If you're on mid the mid territories, it should be about what time, Justin?
It's 11:25 my time.
All right, close to noon. If you are in the freaking UK, it's like 5 o'clock, right?
It's hammer time.
Whoa, oh. Yeah, that. Now, what time is it in the UK for real?
It is 4:25.
4:25. 4:25. Are
4:25.
you out of your mind?
Did you
Yeah.
share it into Movie Mash page? Yeah.
Yeah, allegedly. That's what I clicked the button.
Hold on, it's coming up now. All right, let me see. How do I share this? All right, here we go. So, yeah, just for everyone, if you're watching, give us a second. It's just teething problems, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I know it's super early and unexpected. So, hey, um, if you are in the chat, make sure to say hello. If you were in the chat, say hello. And just to let you guys know, this is a live discussion. And what we do is during this time, we actually talk to you guys. So, whatever you comment in the comment section, we'll put it on the board and we'll talk about it. So far,
As long as it's not Jurassic Park and, anyway.
hey, don't say that, man. Even though he asks ridiculous questions, he still actually shows up. So, shout out to that, man.
Well, as I say, like, yeah, so we've got like all different times. Give us a second. We're just making sure everything's going good.
I mean, there's only one person watching right now, so I think we'll be all right until more tune in.
That's all right. And also we'll take your questions and all that. But today we're going to talk about Joker 2 mostly. We'll talk about anything, but we're going to start off with Joker 2.
Joker. Deuce.
Joker 2. Right.
It's Joker, and you got to do this, and you got to go Deuce.
Yeah. Le Deux. Was it Folie or Deux?
It's
do you know what that
Joker,
means?
Deuce. Yeah, it's a medical condition. And
it's not.
Folie à deux? Yes, it is.
Yeah, what kind of research you've been doing over there in California? Yeah, over here when we Google something, it tells us the truth. Yeah, over in California, you Google something. What does folie à deux mean? It means orange. No, it's supposed orange. To mean. Cool. It's supposed to mean two crazy people.
Yeah, I know that's the medical term.
You're making shit up now. I'm pretending you knew.
No, I know.
Justin, you knew, didn't you, Justin? You knew. Yeah, you just didn't want to say it.
I'm just tuning in.
Yeah, fellas. So today we're going to talk about Folie à deux, and
then also how do you do?
How do you do?
All right, we got three people in there checking out. Hey man, make sure to say hi. We got 3 people in here.
Say hi, yes. Let's
say hola, say good morning, all that good stuff. But anyway, so Joker Folie à deux. So let us start off real quickly by just having a conversation about what we all thought about the movie. Now, the movie, honestly, Joker's been getting destroyed in the reviews because prior to its release, it got bashed at the film festival. A lot of people didn't have much good to say about it. There were some people that did have some good things to say about it. And then upon its wide release, it began to take a thrashing like no other. And people are basically calling this like, they're trying to dub it like the worst movie of the year. So let's like really quickly like go around the table. How are we grading this movie on a A through F scale? Justin, what would you give this movie through an A through F scale?
I gave it a C, average at best. I gave it a C.
C average. Derek, what would you give this movie?
A plus. A plus. No, I reckon C, maybe D plus or C. I'll give it C. I'll be generous.
Okay, and I myself, I would probably give it like a C plus, right? And that's like an average score. They're saying like the movie's kind of like in the middle, mediocre ballpark. But people are saying like this movie's garbage, and I kind of don't see where they're coming from. And I mean, I've been seeing posts talking about this movie's worse than Madam Web. This movie is worse than what's the other one? Jared Leto's Joker is better than this. This movie's better than Green Lantern, like Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. And I'm like, I can't wrap my head around like why in the world would people even come to this conclusion? I mean, although it's a musical, to me it kind of went in a different direction than the original, I don't see. I can't make this correlation. I don't understand like why they're trying to say that this is like worse than top tier garbage that's out there. What do you guys think about that?
Justin.
It's not, guys, it's not, a bad what people are, are saying it to be. Like, I gave the movie a chance. I went to go see it for myself. If you pay attention, if you basically focus on the music part, then basically you're already checked out of the movie theater. You're like, this is whack. But you have to pay attention to the small details, you guys. And I know a lot of people that did their reviews, you didn't pay attention to the small details. And that's the reason why your brain was wrapped around of pretty much of trashing this movie. But when I went to go see the movie, Todd Phillips did have a lot of potential, showing the dope shots, the cinematography in the movie, guys. It is awesome. It's magnificent. It's a breath of fresh air. The thing is, the only problem that I have is it was just Lady Gaga. I understand, what they was trying to do with her character, but that was just. But everything outside the movie, I didn't have a problem. It's just that if you focus on the music a lot, then it's going to take you out of the movie. But you gotta pay attention to the small details, and that's it. That's all I have.
I wasn't really bothered by Lady Gaga like that. She wasn't even in a movie like that. I mean,
she wasn't, but at the same time, it's just I don't know. And that's the reason why I saved it what I was going to say, but I didn't say it in my review, but I'm going to talk about it now and everything.
Go ahead.
To be honest, I think.
Just quickly for anyone's watching, there may be some spoilers in this.
Okay? Oh, this is full blown spoilers.
Oh, yeah. So I think the reason why I think if Lady Gaga did not get cast in this movie, I don't think that this movie would have a lot of musical singing to it. But I think when she got cast, part of me believes, and me and my cousin talked about this, he thinks that when she got cast, they was probably like, all right, we need to go ahead and hype this musical up, because you got to think, the people that went to go see the movie Joker, a lot of people are probably Lady Gaga fans. So they probably don't understand the Joker movie. They're just going to go see the movie because they're a fan of Lady Gaga. Can we all agree on that?
She definitely would have some of her fans go watch the movie. I can see that.
Yeah, exactly. So, but at the same time, does some of her fans understand the whole storyline with Joker? Or they just, because basically they're going to see the movie because of her?
But let me chime in real quick. From my understanding, I don't know 100% if it's sure. I haven't really researched it, but from my understanding, I read something that said that this movie was created because Joaquin Phoenix had a dream.
Yes.
And in his dream, it was like a musical or whatever. So he he was inspired by the whole musical idea from a dream that he had. So that's according supposedly, allegedly, that's where the idea of the Folie I Do came from. It came from Joaquin Phoenix's dream. It wasn't like, oh, we cast a Lady Gaga since we got this big superstar. Let's transition this movie into a musical. They already had it being a musical in mind, and then they casted her based off of that.
Oh, okay.
Well, apparently what you're saying is true, because I've heard that a few times. But Todd Phillips was also given full control over this movie. The studio said, yep, do what you want. And this was a product of what he did. Do you know what I mean? Like it or not, this is all him. There was no studio interference. And you know what? When someone like Christopher Nolan or Todd Phillips makes $1 billion movie, they tend to go, it's all yours. Do you know what I mean? But tragically for the film, I don't know what up to date what it's made, but it cost more than double than the first one, and it's not even
200 million
budget yet.
200 million to make.
200 million.
See, that's pretty low. And also word of mouth, because I'll be honest with you, this is where what happened for me was I heard so many bad reviews before I saw it, and then when I saw it, I was like, actually, it ain't that bad, you know? And I'm thinking maybe because I heard all the bad reviews, it's lowered my expectations more, and I didn't mind it. I will say I didn't like the musical, the singing and all that. I didn't like the singing. But what I will say is I didn't think Lady Gaga was too bad. There was no problem. I had no problem with her. I think she'd done what she was supposed to do, and she did it pretty well.
I was glad that she wasn't overused in this movie. I was worried that she was going to be overused in this movie, and she wasn't.
Yeah,
She was kind of like
nearly
Harvey.
the main character, nearly. You know, I know what you're saying, yeah, but she wasn't, and
She was
I
hardly
feel like
there.
did she do? I haven't seen her. I know she was in A Star Is Born, and that was supposed to be really good with her and all that.
She was in that
But
Gucci movie too.
I haven't seen that either. But
I
the
haven't
thing
seen it,
is,
but I'm just saying that she's in a Gucci movie.
I haven't seen her act before, but I thought she was pretty decent, to be honest with you. And I feel Justin doesn't know what he's talking about. He needs to pay to the little details. Yeah. But as I say, like, all right, I don't know if you guys want to get into it properly, but as I said, the music wasn't good. There's a few things I has a problem with.
Can I
They're
shout
not a
somebody out real
problem.
quick before you get into
Yeah,
it? Like,
sure,
we
sure.
have somebody in the chat. We have Gwen Cooper saying first. What's up, Gwen? Since you're the first person to say something, shout out
Hello,
to
Gwen. What's
Hey,
happening?
Gwen.
Any questions, you just hit us up. And as long as you say I'm the best looking of us three. So anyway, what the saying is I'm also the youngest looking. I was going to say is, look,
says the guy full
you
of
know,
pepper.
you know the first Joker, right? So this is what I feel like they missed out on. So on the first Joker, we see he has a lot of mental problems before he even becomes the Joker. He's really low. He's dim-witted, and he's real slow, and he's having and he goes to see that, is it counselor or psychiatrist? Do you remember her? And he's going to see her, and he's on
trying to get the meds.
Yeah, but he's always seeing her, and he goes, nobody cares, you don't care, nobody cares, and she goes, this is the last time we're going to see you. You were cutting your funds and all that, and eventually stops taking medication. As you said, like as you see, he gets beaten up a lot at the front. Every part of society seems to take the piss out of him because he's also dim-witted. And obviously, towards the end, stop the tablets, becomes the Joker, right? But on the second one, what I'm saying is he is now a product of what the city made him, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
He's now a product. And I feel like it should have been addressed that we kind of created him. He needed help. He kind of asked for it, and we didn't give it to him. And now he's a product. And then I feel like that should have been played into more. Like, because he had it. All right, look, you have to feel sorry for the guy. I know he did murder and all that, but you have to feel sorry for the guy. He had it real bad. Yeah. And then by the end of this one, there was no real good ending for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was no. And that was where I felt like they missed out on that. They kind of didn't focus on that a little bit. You know, what do you all think?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest critiques that I've seen about this movie was that the first movie concluded with him embracing the Joker title, but then coming into this movie, he kind of was like not the Joker. But then you have to really take it into consideration. He's been incarcerated for a couple of years. He's also been heavily medicated for a couple of years. He's not going to be the Joker. Like, the Joker was basically a product of him not taking his medicine and him becoming unhinged and basically acting on his intrusive thoughts because he wasn't medicated, because they cut the funding, because they cut his medical, you know? And now that he's back on medication, he's kind of like a zombie, and he's kind of like learned how to just kind of go with the flow in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I understand where you're coming from, though.
Also, every time a scene, there was some good scenes on it, right? Like, I'll start off with, you remember the guy that was interviewing him inside the mental Arkham, whatever it is, yeah?
And then they started singing.
It was getting deep into it, and then all of a sudden he broke out into song, and I was like, and it wasn't the first time. There's a few other times, in court or whatever he was, and it was quite a good scene, and then bang into song, and I'm like, and they never went back to it either. I was like, fuck, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that court scene really got me, because they were like talking about how he was essayed by his parent, his parents or whatever, and then like the muffling. But okay, so look, I was interested and I was mad that they did it, but again, I kind of understood it, right? Like, he's sitting there and then they're talking about how he was abused, how he was assaulted by his people, how his mother made up this lie in order to like basically appease him, how dumb he was for believing that lie. And he's sitting there, and then I thought it was brilliant that they started fading the volume to show like he just like is tuning it out. And then he's basically going back to like I guess his happy place or whatever, like the whatever mental asylum or mental sanctuary that he created for himself. And then that's when he went into the song and dance. And then those were basically his intrusive thoughts, like, oh, I wish I could just get this hammer and just kill the judge, or I wish I could get this gun and shoot these jury people and things like that. So you could tell, like, it felt like, again, it's a brilliant idea. It was just poorly executed. Like, I don't know. And I think a big reason why it was poorly executed, because 90% of the song selection sucked. Like, I think and
the way they sung them as well.
Yeah,
they didn't sing them well. You know,
it's
like, at least give us a good version of that song. Try harder. And apparently they were told to sing out of key. You know,
so because it's supposed to sing like
key. Oh, that's bad.
They were told to sing out of key. And the thing is that, like, if you're gonna do a musical, at least make it good, like the songs as best you can. And it was like also what's saying is, do you know all right, you know, when they're in court right now, they're trying to prove if he's crazy or not, right? The thing is, with his past, with his records from the counselor and all the medication he's on and all these, that should have been enough to prove the guy is crazy. You know
I thought the same thing too.
Yeah.
You know, it's wow, he's crazy. You know, and I want to point something out that's a bit, you know, I don't want to say it on YouTube or anything, but there was something suggested in
with
showers.
The guards.
Now, my problem with that is I think it was too far, because it was like the film trying to say, look, these guys are really bad. And I think we already knew that, you know, and a lot of them didn't seem the kind of guards that would be interested in doing something like that. And then it was a whole gang of them. And then it felt like the film was trying to say, look, these guys are really bad. They're really bad. And I'm like, we already knew that from the way they were through the whole film. Like, you know, do you remember the bit where he slapped Joaquin Phoenix across the head?
Hard.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He really did that. Like, he actually really did that. It was like, yeah, he just went flying. Because it was a nice moment. He gave him a cigarette and he was like, cheers, mate.
David, did you say he tapped him on the back?
He went crack.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix tapped him on the back, was like, good job. Like, he tapped him on the back. Yeah, and he was like, he smacked him on the back. He was like, don't you ever touch me.
I was like, shit.
Oh, dang.
You know? But it's the same.
But that guard had it in for him, though. He had it in for him the whole time.
Yeah,
he hated him.
He had it in for him because he was somewhat jealous, because he was this kind of a celebrity as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I felt that way. But
and also, he felt like, but you can see that tension building though, because once remember when Joaquin Phoenix and the dude that was sitting with him, they were sitting on the steps, and he was like, "What the fuck y'all think y'all doing sitting on our steps? Like, move!" And then they were just kind of like sitting there, and then he told him the joke or whatever, and he walked away. And you could tell, like, and then he was like, "Hey man, this fool Joaquin, like this fool Joker, Arthur, he's starting to get a hold of himself. Like, he's starting to feel himself. He think he tight."
Yeah.
And you could kind of tell that was like, and to me, that was kind of like where they were starting to think, like, oh, we're gonna have to put him on his ass. Like he's acting like an idiot. Like, we're gonna have to remind him.
Yeah. But I was just saying is, now back to Lady Gaga. I liked and I didn't like, you know, like her Harley Quinn. Normally, like, Joker will slap her with his pimp hand a lot on the animated series, like, you know, he actually doesn't give a shit about the girl at all, right? But on this, like, he was what you would call a bit of a simp, isn't he? Yeah. I mean, and then the way she was playing him the whole time, she just liked him being an anarchist and him being somewhat famous. Like, it turns out that, you know, once he said, oh, I'm Arthur Fleck, or was it Arthur Fleck? Is it Arthur Fleck?
Arthur Fleck.
Yeah.
Arthur Fleck.
So, and then he, like, I want to get to the point where, do you remember the bloke that the bomb went off?
Yeah.
And he escaped. I thought, oh shit, he's going to go into hiding now with these guys. Yeah. He's going to go into hiding. And a few months later, he's going to come out and it's going to blow up the city or something. You know, it was like, you got caught 2 minutes later.
He's going to burn it down and create a mountain or whatever.
Yeah, but it's like, fuck, you know. And then she's like, I don't want you no more. I'm not even pregnant. And he's a simp. He's like,
no, but see,
the Joker I know with a crack.
That's where I did not, you know, because, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. That right there, that was cold. He actually loved her, and she never loved him back.
That was cold. It was.
Cold. I'm like, the whole movie, you was basically building up, okay, the love story between Harley Quinn and Joker. And, you know, then you have these scenes where they're singing, you know, it's all in his mind, but they're singing, they're dancing and everything, and they're basically showing affection and all stuff. But then going towards the end of the movie, she doesn't care about him at all. Oh yeah, there's no baby, by the way. I'm like,
Yeah.
and then he gets caught by the police and goes back to the jail. I did not like that. I'm like, that is trash, man.
But
no,
I have to push back though. Are we really surprised though? Like this really does happen. Like we just watched the Menendez brothers show, right? And what happened? One of the brothers had a girlfriend. He's all talking to her on the phone. She's recording him. She didn't even love him. She was just using him to record him so that she could make a book.
No, you're
this
right.
shit happens all the time.
Yes,
yeah,
but we got it in our head. She's Harley Quinn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. So we got it. She's Harley Quinn. She's his sidekick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. When you even take into the account like the whole DC thing, Harley Quinn became like obsessed with the Joker. So it's like, and she's in love with the Joker. So when you really think about it, like if the Joker just one day stopped being the Joker in the animated series, Harley would probably be like, "What's wrong with you, Mr. J? Why are you acting like this, Mr. J?" And then she will probably like, and then she'll probably turn on him anyway because she's like, "You're not who you used to be," or whatever. I can see Harley Quinn doing that.
Yeah,
because she's obsessed with Joker.
Yeah,
you know the lawyer was actually warning him, saying, "Be careful of her. She's not what she seems," and all that.
Well, yeah, anyway, because the lawyer has common sense.
Yeah,
because the lawyer has common sense.
But getting to what was it? As I said, that we talked about the shower scene and stuff like that, and the court. I like some of the court scenes as well, but it's just to break out into song. It just felt like there wasn't enough meat.
I gotta say, I like
that court
scene.
Song. That court scene. Joaquin Phoenix. Oh my gosh, that was brilliant. How the way that he was just talking. Yes, how the way he was talking to what was his name, Mr. Puddles.
Mr. Puddles.
Yes, how he was talking to him and all stuff.
With the southern accent,
I was like, "Yo, that was tight." I ain't gonna lie, that was fire right there. And you could tell he was over there crying. He was intimidated. He was scared. He was just like, "Oh, he said, Arthur, but you killed everybody and everything." He said, Puddles. He said, I didn't kill you. I'm like,
no, but see,
crazy.
Look,
it's crazy though, man. But that scene was tight though. I'm like how the way that Joaquin Phoenix brought that energy.
But see,
and
that scene
was good too.
Oh, he was great. But to me, that scene, that was the most impactful scene in the movie because that was the beginning of the unwind of the Joker. He kind of embraced the character again. He started to put the fake makeup on again. He's like, "Fuck it, I am the Joker. You guys made me this." But then once he started to look in the mirror, like, you know what? Like, I can't deny my human side. Like, I can't become a complete animal and just not care about people because Puddles was my only friend, and then now he's terrified of me. And then because of my actions, that person in prison just got choked out to death. Because of my actions, the guards ended up assaulting me in the shower. And then honestly, to me, that scene, I know it seemed a little excessive, but at the same time, it to me, that's what completely broke him. And the reason why it completely broke him is because they mentioned that his parents assaulted him as well, too, like the mom and the boyfriend or whatever, they assaulted him as well, too. So I can see him converting back to that childlike state after being assaulted like he was when he was a child and basically being put back into that zombie-like state. And then we also don't know what happened to him prior to like the because he could have came into the prison acting like the Joker and they could have broke him like that the first time. Because remember when they were dragging him away and he was like, "Oh, you're not gonna do so," like I forgot what he said. "Oh, you're not gonna sweet talk me first, at least first," or something like that. He said something like really like, something to him. And then it was just like that shit completely. I think he bit off more than he could chew, and it just broke him.
Yeah. When we were in the courtroom, who was that woman that was up there first that was talking? She said, because she really does know Arthur Fleck really well. Who was that woman?
Wasn't that the lady that told him that we're cutting you off of the meds? That was his original. Wasn't that his original therapist?
Didn't he have the girl? What's her name? The neighbor was there too.
No, but he's talking
about the black girl.
Yeah, the black lady was there. You talking about the first black lady that stood up there and said that she's doing really well. Yeah. Wasn't that the therapist that told him, "Oh, we cutting off your meds in the first movie"?
I wasn't sure.
I think that's her.
She's the one. I can't think because she was the one talking like she was over there. She was talking how like, you know, she was basically giving like, you know, a backstory about Arthur Fleck and everything when they was I think Harvey Dent was asking her the questions about Mr. Fleck's condition and all stuff. And then she was basically giving a story about how his mom abused him, how like basically talking about how his
Yeah, that's
mom. And
her.
look, that's
I'm
her.
looking at it right
Okay,
now. That's her. Yeah.
okay,
She
gotcha,
got a little
gotcha,
chubbier, but that's her.
gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Well, on to the, as I said, towards the ending.
Yeah.
With the way, like again, this is spoilers, but I didn't realize at the time, but someone pointed out that when he was told there's somebody in the waiting room for you, and he walks out, the guards were setting that up, apparently, you know, and I was like, well, I don't know for sure because it was like, I mean, how do they know this guy was actually going to do it unless they wanted, set it up to do it? But I feel like
what would their motive be though? They don't have a motive. He's broken already. He's like,
yeah, I
he
don't
has
know.
no
That's
juice.
what I was saying. I didn't get that from that scene, yeah. But also, I was going to say is it was very uneventful for the Joker to go out like that. Do you get what I mean? I mean, the ending of the last one was perfect. He's standing on the car and
he does
everyone's clapping for him. But it's very uneventful for the Joker to go out like that. Do you know what I mean? It's just, it felt like, as I said, his story arc didn't end well. Life was horrible to him.
Yeah.
And he was a product of what city made him. And then there was no like salvation or nothing. He was just bang. And so I
didn't
felt
get
like
that scene either. Like what? Like so the guy in there, he was basically said, "Arthur, you get what you effing deserve." And then he stabs him in the gut.
Well, that's what you said in the first one when he shot Robert De Niro. He goes, "Yeah, what you fucking deserve," you know.
But but that guy didn't he say the same thing when
he
stabbed him in the gut?
Yeah.
And then after that, then he takes his blood and just washes it on his face with the knife and all stuff. And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hold on."
Well,
I said,
and he was laughing like the Joker.
Yeah, laughing us all.
And he suggested that he's actual Joker.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The idea is this. So this is what I wanted to talk about. This is a big thing. The one complaint that everybody had about the first movie is that there's a really huge age gap between Bruce Wayne and Joker. And they're like, it's no way they can actually fight because Joker will be like 50, 60 years old. And then Bruce Wayne is going to be 20 in his prime. Like,
well, they don't really fight, do they? You know,
no, they don't.
The Joker
no, I'm just saying in general. Like, if they were ever to try to like create a universe where Batman and Joker would face off against each other within Joaquin Phoenix's universe, it wouldn't make sense because Jokers will be old as fuck. It wouldn't make sense. So everybody was like, "Yo, like it's weird. The timing is off. Like the age gap is off. Like there has to be something different here." So there was always this theory that this Joaquin Phoenix, he doesn't look like our original Joker. And the reason why is because he's not the original Joker. He's going to be the catalyst to create the original Joker. And I think that it makes more sense now because him basically saying like, "Hey, you know what? Like I don't have it in me to be cold-hearted and brutal and to embrace this Joker character fully." And then somebody stepped up and said, "Well, fuck it. I do. Stab.
Yeah.
Make a glow skull smile. I'm the new Joker because I am 100% willing to embody this character." And I think the guy was significantly younger than Arthur, so I think it kind of works more with that age gap.
To look up to Arthur at that earlier on.
Well,
he
yeah,
seemed to follow him, look up to him. So now he's taking on the mantle, or he's inspired by him. If you
because you gotta remember.
I mean, it doesn't mean that's what it was, but it just felt like that's what they were going with. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, because you gotta think, because of Arthur, they look at him like basically like in that mental asylum, they look at him like he's a celebrity because when he was on TV and he did this and at first, I mean and I pretty think that just like you said that young guy, he was encouraged by that and he just said, "All right, now I'm the new Joker. I'm gonna embrace this," and I'm just like, but
he looked up to him, and it's the same.
Inspired by him.
It's literally the same thing that happened with Arthur and Murray. Arthur went to go have a conversation with a person that he once looked up to, and when that person turned out to be a fake, a fraud, and to kind of like spit in his face, he said, "Well, fuck it, then I'm gonna kill you." He went from "I'm gonna kill myself" to "I'm gonna kill you," And then the same thing happened with I don't want to say it's not the complete carbon copy, but the same thing happened with the other person. He met his idol. His idol turned out to be not what he thought it would be. And just like Joker did to his idol, he killed his idol and basically replaced him, because the idea was that Joker was going to replace Maury as the new face of like late night television and be that guy, because he wanted to take that spot.
I see the connection there.
Yeah. So the new guy's like, well, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to take your spot because I don't feel like you deserve it. Just like Arthur didn't feel like Murray deserved it.
Well, I will say, when I watched the film, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting, and that's because I heard how bad it is. I will say the singing was annoying. There was quite a few songs as well, and they could.
I ain't gonna lie. I put my brain through that abuse with some of the songs. I'm like, okay. I feel like there was some songs that didn't necessarily need to be in certain scenes. Okay, you can have the singing, but I say you can have it, but at the same time, but sometimes where there's like a scene that, let me ask you, like, so David, do you feel like there was like a scene in the movie where you felt like the music didn't belong? It shouldn't belong in there.
Most of it, because I don't need to look. Here's the thing. I understand why they did it, right?
Yeah.
But I just didn't feel like I needed to be constantly reminded that Arthur was in love. I get it already. Like, his actions tell me he's in love. I don't need to hear him sing about it. And I get it. You know, sometimes people see the people that they love, or they think about the person that they love, and then it might bring up a certain song in their head, or it might embody some sort of feelings. And then on top of that, like, you know, I think that the big aspect of the musical elements was that shared insanity that he had with Harlequin. Because when you really think about it, the music shit never came up until he saw her at the musical thing.
Yeah.
And then she sung to him. And then once she sung to him, he was like, oh, maybe that's like her little thing. Like, maybe that's her little insanity. Like, she's just like wants to be like an entertainer or some shit. Because remember, she's like, come on and get happy, hallelujah, or whatever she was singing.
Yeah.
And like, as soon as she did that, all of a sudden the whole movie was riddled with freaking musicals. And then even at the end of the movie, when she's singing and he's like, hey, shut the fuck up, like, stop singing, like, talk to me.
I'm like, yeah, gummit, she's still singing. I'm like, shut up, just shut up. And she's looking like this, cold, and then I'm just singing.
She's still singing.
Can you sing that again for us, Davey?
No. Anyway, so
because we can make this video a musical if you want. You know, Justin, you sing next, and I'll jump in. Maybe we can harmonize together.
Right?
You know, like
but Dave, you did good.
Barbershop Quartet or something.
But that, because that's what she was doing it on purpose. She was singing off key on purpose, and I get why. Because if you notice, which is, I think it's brilliant, but at the same time, I still didn't like it, but I thought it was a brilliant little thing. When they're in the real world and they sing off key. When they're in their own imagination and in the dream world and the mind and the fantasy, they sing like really good. Like, at least that's what I've noticed. But the thing was, I understand the reasoning behind the musical. The reasoning behind the musical is because that's Harlequin's insanity. That's in her mind. And he's basically sharing that insanity with her. And at the end of the movie, when he jumps out of that insanity, and that's when he's telling her, like, hey, like, shut the fuck up. Like, bitch, shut up. Like, hey, like, stop singing. Like, that's her still staying in that insanity and in that mind. And she even says something like, you didn't want to join in the insanity, like, you didn't want to join in the fantasy with me, or you didn't want to stay in the fantasy with me. And I was just like, damn, like, that's what it is. Like,
yeah,
you know, like, that was her insanity that he was joining in on. And that's where the Folie I do comes in at that shared insanity shit.
Gotcha.
And there is one scene that I found was very strange. Do you remember there was a point where he was beaten up and thrown in? I think he was beaten up and thrown in his cell, and then he woke up and she was in the cell with him. Yeah, and I thought that was very strange. So I think maybe she's not really there, you know. And then obviously he, you know, did the dirty with her. But I was saying this to me, I was like, maybe she's not a figment of his imagination. I didn't want that because we've done that in the first one.
Wait a minute,
because like she goes, "Oh, someone let me in." I was like, "What? Someone let you in his cell?"
So she checked. So she checked out on her own, right? And I think that she fucked one of the guards to get him.
Ouch.
That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that she did something with one of the guards in order to get into the room with him. Because why would they let him? Like, why would they let her like in the room with them? Like, that didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, she just was. Oh, it's all right. They let me in. I was like, okay, just random. He was locked up, and you just let him in, and obviously they do what they do. But I was like, is she a figment of his imagination now? I did think that, and I was like, I hope not, because we've done that in the first one, and it's nearly on the nose here. But no, it turns out someone let her in. Okay, you know.
Somebody, hold on a second. Jim Milton just commented. He said guards ran a train on her.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like
Wow.
I think that she had sex with the guards, and that's the only reason why. Like
Shit.
why they
I want a
why
job
they
application.
But it was nah. All right, Derek. I know what scene you're talking about. But okay, when he was I know I'm sorry to do this. But when he was in that particular moment and all stuff, I was laughing in the movie theater. He said, can you help me out? And I was like, I busted out laughing. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. This is crazy. But it is what it is, though.
I mean, look, it wasn't the whole film wasn't as bad as they said, and that's it. There's no more. But they're saying like it's worse than. Look, I actually haven't seen Madam Web because of how bad it's supposed to be.
Oh, bro, it's bad.
It ain't the worst. It ain't the worst. I just want to say this. Do you feel like if you took the name Joker off the movie, it wouldn't really matter. It would be just about a crazy guy trying to prove that, you could have actually taken the word Joker out of it and just made out he was a crazy guy. I think you could have done that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, you could have. But I think that that would be missing out on the opportunity to actually get because I think that if it just would have been a movie about a crazy person, it wouldn't have had as many eyes on it as it did.
No, yeah, because the Joker is the selling point. The name Joker is the selling point,
And then Joker doesn't have like a real origin story, so I think that would have added to it.
Yeah, I mean, but I know one thing that I always noticed in the first one, right, is that I know it's not a DC as such, that kind of universe, but I always hated the fact that he was very dim-witted, if you get what I mean. He was always very dim-witted, you could say. I was like, he was never going to be clever enough to cause the mayhem that I know we're not going there, but with Batman, and I think
he would have been too old.
Well, all right, all right, fair enough, but it's still not clever enough to cause the mayhem that he would, because he was just dim. And on this,
that's why it makes sense that he's the catalyst for what the Joker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That would be better because him dying like that, even though we won't see Batman in it, him dying like that kind of shows to the audience we won't ever see that, and it just feels wrong for him to die there. But the other guy being Joker properly, then that would make more sense. Do you know?
Can I be honest before we segue into the next conversation?
No.
Yo, why you keep putting these live things up? They look ugly. Anyway,
I'm trying to change it better.
No, it looks ugly. Just leave it. So check it out. The more we talk about this movie, I feel like the more my grade starts to go up. And it's only because like I feel like this movie's a lot deeper. It's very deep. And I mean, I hate the fact that it's a musical because I feel like the musical really knocks it down like 2 whole grades.
Yeah.
And there's one song that I actually did like though. I did like the Joker song. I thought if they would have did music like that Joker song in the court scene, I thought that was pretty clever. But yeah, like it just didn't do it for me. Like it was really like I was mad that the musical elements were there, but at the same time, you can't deny that there's a great story in there. There's great storytelling and there's great cinematography. And I can't knock a whole I can't say that this movie is trash based off
it's not trash.
Based off of like just it being a musical. Like I respect the musical element. I know what they were trying to do. I just feel like it was poorly executed and not done correctly. And it just didn't work for me. That's just a me thing. It might have worked for somebody else. But, I just for me personally, I think that fucked it up. But I think the storytelling is still amazing. Cinematography is still amazing. Characters are still amazing. So on and so forth. But I just want to quickly or longly, however y'all want to do it, I want to revisit our conversation about Joker and Deadpool. If Justin will. entertained me in this
No,
conversation.
Deadpool and Wolverine was a
Wolverine.
lot. What? No, this was better than. This was better than Wolverine and Deadpool by far.
Story wise, right? Like
Story
just
No,
wise,
everything, everything. It's
yeah.
just better.
everything. I
Everything,
be
the action, the
I will say that I
you
was
know.
more I will say this. Everything in the movies,
I'm
most of it
joking,
is
Justin.
better
I
in the
think he's
movie.
BSing,
No,
David.
he
He's
is.
BS. Yeah.
I think overall in most categories, Joker's better than Deadpool and Wolverine, except for in the realm of being entertaining. I
Yeah,
think that I think
I
that
agree.
Joker and Wolverine was more entertaining. Like
Yeah,
it kept me invested more through so the movie. But I think in every other category, it's smashing Deadpool and Wolverine. Cinematography, storytelling, acting, character development, all of that shit. It's destroying it in every other category. The only thing that is really going, only thing I can even slightly give Wolverine and Deadpool is that it was just more entertaining.
yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. I
completely.
agree. I'm gonna
So
go
I
ahead and say,
reckon this was deep. Sorry, Justin, you carry
go
on.
ahead. Oh, you had something? You had something, Derek?
I got
Go ahead.
loads,
Oh, okay.
but
Well,
this is
oh,
you now.
all
Deadpool and
right.
Wolverine. This is
Okay,
you.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
break it
stay
down.
out of it.
Just like Davey said. I'm gonna break it down just like this. Okay, Deadpool and Wolverine is entertaining. It's very entertaining. After watching Joker 2, and I gave it, a chance and everything, and I basically paid attention to the story aspect. I know that sometimes the musical it could take you out of movie theater, but yeah, Joker 2, it had a better story. I can agree because there's a lot of elements, there's a lot of love story, and there's just like I said, there's a lot of dope cinematography in this movie, and also the Joker score in this movie is very thrilling. And yeah, but basically, here's the thing, guys. I think the reason why people, and I'm gonna go and say this. I know that I at first I said Deadpool and Wolverine, but now I'm gonna probably backtrack a little bit.
Uh
I
Respectfully,
oh.
think okay, respectfully, because Deadpool and Wolverine
Fuck that,
is
Justin.
oh no, hold on,
Go at him.
hold on. I'm going to say this is that a lot of people that like to be entertained are going to gravitate towards Deadpool Wolverine because the audience like to be, like to laugh at jokes and all stuff.
What they like the
Okay,
characters too.
yeah, and they like the characters too. And like I said, but for Joker, it's just that a lot of people they pay attention to the musical and it took them out of theater and basically they didn't pay attention to the story and other aspects. And that's the reason why they trash Joker too. But I will say this though, Davey, I'm gonna tell you this. I know I know Derek's probably gonna know what I'm about to say. All right. I know that people can laugh at me saying this, but I think that what's the name? Hugh Jackman now get nominated for Oscar for Deadpool and Wolverine. And this is not Fox. This is
did he really
Marvel.
get nominated?
No,
He's get no, but he's getting mentioned to get
Marvel is
nominated.
pushing it
Pushing, yeah,
for it,
Marvel
but I
Hill's
don't
pushing
know.
him. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pushing him. And honestly, what I think about it is that
Hell
if
no.
we here's the thing, okay, if Logan was a good movie and that's in the Fox universe, right? Can we all agree that's in the Fox universe? Why is it that okay? Even though Deadpool and Wolverine, it's not completely a whole MCU movie. It's still a Fox movie. But why is Marvel pushing for him to get nominated for Deadpool Wolverine and not get nominated for Logan? Because even in Fox, because they said that Ron Reynolds has trashed Fox for what they did
Well,
over the years
because
with
it'll
Marvel
That's
be
because
movies.
Marvel
good
has
for
juice.
Marvel.
Yeah, I mean
Exactly.
Marvel has juice. It's a win for them. But like I mean,
Yeah,
I think
even
that
just
there's
being
Yeah.
ways.
nominated is good.
Like, come on, dude. I ain't seen a lot of movies this year, but I'm pretty sure I could find 10 movies where the supporting actor did a better job than Hugh Jackman. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Like,
I agree, but I just think that
I
I'm gonna be
can't.
honest with. I think is that those scenes in Deadpool Wolverine. I guess I mean, like I said, Dave, you can laugh at it and think that it's stupid. But I think when he was like, he got Deadpool to shut up, and he told him, he said, you couldn't even save a hot dang stripper and all stuff, and he like basically let him have it. I think that's when everybody was like, "Yo," he said those cold lines, and them dialogues was hitting. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people like Hugh Jackman, because they said Hugh Jackman, he did he played the best version of this Wolverine that we ever that we seen in the Marvel movie.
I don't
I mean,
see it.
but like I said, yes, I get it. But like I said, Logan, I'm gonna go and say this: Logan, it's a great movie. Logan is a great movie. And honestly,
I think Logan was a better Wolverine
yes,
than
of
fucking
course.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes, exactly. But because like I said, this one is joking. That's what the audience is gravitating to because it's a jokey Deadpool movie, but it's got Wolverine also basically giving some of the jokes to the Deadpool and also telling him to shut up because he's aggravating and he's annoying the heck out of him, bro. So
damn, so all I gotta do is tell somebody to shut up and I'll get an Oscar. That's tight.
Well, I just want to point out.
I'm just saying. This is how the way that Hugh Jackman in that scene, how he told him and he got him to shut up, and then he was talking about the Deadpool said, "I'm gonna fight you now." He said, "Oh, are you?" And he punches him in the nose, and his nose start bleeding, and out of that they start scrapping. I think that's what the audience they seen. They was like, okay, they was like, yo, Hugh Jackman, he delivered those.
I think the dog disagree.
Yeah, the dog disagrees. I just want to say, just because the Joker wasn't well received, it doesn't mean Joaquin Phoenix may not be. It could be still nominated because his acting is still bang on.
I think Lady Gaga will be nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah, because I still think she was
before Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's just Marvel. Just because Marvel's pushing for it, don't mean shit. And I do think he was good on Deadpool Wolverine. I do think he was actually really good in it. But like Davey said, there's probably 20 other people acting movies that are probably better than that, and he was just a co-star. But there's probably I'm not saying he's bad. He was still good. But going on with my version of this, I think like Deadpool and Wolverine was very entertaining, really entertaining.
Yeah, that's why all
the
a lot
characters
of audience
were fun.
They gravitate.
The film was fun. They had fan service. It was just everything you want on that was it.
Can I be honest with y'all for a minute?
Nothing special. Yeah.
Can I be honest with both of y'all? Of y'all?
No, you can't.
No, I'm just saying. Like after honestly, bro, like many years of watching movies, and sometimes like when you watch a movie that has a good story and everything, a lot of people out here they like movies that entertain them to the fullest. They don't care about. Some of them do care about story, but at the same time, they want to be entertained. And I think that's probably the reason why, like, a lot of people found Joker disappointing. But honestly, I gave it a chance, and I said it was a good movie because I paid attention to the small details.
But a lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people didn't like the first Joker, and the reason they didn't like it was because it wasn't. It wasn't.
But I loved it. I loved it.
No, I'm just saying, the thing that I'm just trying to say is this: people are always going to find a reason to be mad about. A lot of people were mad because the first Joker movie wasn't. Yeah, a lot of people were mad that the first Joker movie wasn't like a real Joker movie. They're like, this ain't the real Joker. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, this is just like a character study of some crazy dude. Like, it's just a movie about a crazy guy, and they just so happen to call it Joker. That's what a lot of people felt, Yeah. And I mean, be that as it may, it is what it is. I mean, it happened, and to me, like, it still doesn't take anything away from the fact that it was a magnificent movie.
Yeah, and the more I've watched it, the more I like it. Remember, I was telling you about the left hand, and
I was trying to pay attention to that when I watched part 2, and
he was started shooting with his left hand on part 2 as well. Do you know what I mean? So they tried to be consistent with that. Not as consistent as they should, but
what does that mean anyway? What does that mean?
All right, so just break it down quickly. Let me break it down quickly. So in the first one. Do you remember when he was going to comedy clubs? Yeah. And he was writing down what they were saying, what they were thinking with his right hand, And he was, throughout the film, he was doing stuff with his right hand and stuff. And he was stopped taking his medication, and he was slightly going like crazy, laughing and doing all these dances and shit, yeah? Mm-hmm. And I remember he was writing with his right hand. And then he put the pen down, he smoked the fat cigarette, and then he picked the pen up with his left hand and started writing. And as soon as he started writing with his left hand, there was a knock on the door, and it was the girl from, the neighbor. Yeah. Do you remember the neighbor? To me, what it was is when he changed to his left hand, he had finally become. He's now gone. He's now the Joker. And then the next scene was when the girl knocked on the door. As we all know, she wasn't really there. And from then on, it was just that. So it kind of was trying to say he's now left-handed. He's now. And then he went to the subway and killed those guys. Remember in the subway train?
Yeah.
He was shooting him with his left hand. He became left-handed. So
Did he
basically,
kill somebody on that subway?
He killed
the subway
guys.
train.
They beat him up and they were jumping on him and taking. He just shot them. He started shooting them, but it was with his left hand. So what they're saying is that he was right-handed as Arthur Curry, but now he's personally
Flag.
And now sorry.
Anyway,
of Jack Napier, you could say. But as I said, and he, as soon as he became the Joker, it showed he was left-handed, and then all the people that weren't really there started turning up, and then he started shooting with his left hand. Everything was left-handed, and he was consistent with it too. So to me, I noticed that the last time I was watching, it's very subtle. It's very, because people don't pay attention to what hand people are shooting with and films and stuff. But I just remember he was writing away, and I see him smoking. Then he picked up his left hand, and I was like, oh shit! And then the woman knocked on the door. I was like, he's gone. He's now Joker. Arthur Fleck is gone. So anyway, as I said, and this one he was shooting with his left hand. He did a few things and all that. So, but going back to, I really enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine. I thought it was really good. I thought the music, it's all pop music and nostalgic music, 80s and stuff like that. But as I said, from a standpoint, like not knocking any of the acting on Deadpool, because they done what they needed to. Do you know what I mean? They're all very good characters and fun. None of them was dry. I love seeing Blade. And as I said, but on this, the acting, including Gaga, to me, were really good, regardless of how you felt about the film. And the story was okay. It just felt like they could have dug deeper in it. Do you know what I mean? So overall, I would say Deadpool Wolverine was more fun, better paced, all that thing, more rewatchable, if you get what I mean. Yeah. But still, this wasn't as bad as I thought, because the way I was hearing it was just dog shit,
But it's crazy because, look, here's the thing. Again, these conversations that I have about this movie kind of makes me want, even though I'm like dreading the whole freaking the musical element of it, this conversation makes me want to kind of like revisit it, just for the fuck of like revisiting it and watching it and seeing it.
Oh, I will watch it again. Yeah.
Like I initially, after I watched it, I was like, I probably won't be rewatching this again. But as I talk more about it, as I have more conversations about it, I'm kind of like, I'm more open to the idea. Like, you know what? I actually probably would check this movie out again. Now, here's the thing.
Just to see the little things as well,
Yeah, just the little details. Yeah, just the little details.
And Justin, this is what I was trying to get you to understand. Like the first time we had this conversation, it's just like, even if Joker sucked, like it would still be a better film than Deadpool and Wolverine, just because it has so many like different elements to it. Like it's actually pulling in it's like actually really trying to tell a story. It's really trying to like develop characters. It's just trying to do so much. And even if it sucks, it's sucking. It's still going to be on a higher level than what Deadpool and Wolverine did, and it's like, example, have you seen Oppenheimer?
I ain't seen that one yet.
Fuck. Have you seen Killers of the Flower Moon?
I ain't seen that one either.
Listen, this guy don't watch nothing but superhero films. You should know that better than that.
Okay.
You get
what I'm trying to think of a movie that's like, okay.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying though, Davey. I get what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, because it's like, how can I put this in a fucking easy? Have you seen Taxi Driver? That's an old movie.
No, he's not.
With Robert De Niro. With Robert De Niro.
No.
Damn. Have you seen Interstellar? Space movie. Space movie.
Who's the actor that plays in that movie? I might have.
Matthew McConaughey, I think.
Oh yeah, Matthew McConaughey's in that movie.
I think I have.
No, he has.
Okay, all right. Look, what I was trying to say is that when you see Oppenheimer was a film, like it's like a film, like it's literally dialogue, character development, and it's like beautiful shots. And then like I was gonna say, like, if you had the choice between watching Oppenheimer and Rush Hour, what are you gonna watch? I would probably pick Rush Hour because because
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I was told which movie is better, like overall, like which is the better film, obviously Oppenheimer, because it's an actual film, like it's a film. You know what I mean? So that was the kind of where I was going with the whole Joker versus Deadpool comparison. Like we're comparing an actual film to like a kind of just like a movie, you know?
You could say that with Dark Knight and Joker and Deadpool. The Dark Knight had great acting, as we know, with the Joaquin.
Of course.
Heath Ledger, and the story was actually decent with all the gangsters and all that. And you could say that was actual cinema, even though it's still a superhero film, you know. So there was to compare the two.
But Dark Knight had some dope cinematography, didn't it?
No, it's the whole. That's what I'm trying to say. The whole film in general.
Dark Knight was one of the first movies to blend like a film and a movie together. Like you know, like it actually has cinematic moments and really great acting and good characters.
Yeah.
And but then also it was a superhero movie. It kept you with those action sequences. And then they gave you the fan service and shit like that. So it was a good blend of the two.
Yeah. Like Deadpool and Wolverine is more of a popcorn movie, you know, just fun for everyone. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
And I agree.
Just not to be taken seriously, but a lot of fun, and that's what it was. But that's all I have to say about that. Next subject: Jackie Chan versus Bruce Lee. Go. I'm kidding.
Nah.
You know, Justin wants to talk about that.
But all right, look. So last topic is gonna be real brief, and then we're gonna go ahead and end it. But this weekend, it is predicted that the Joker 2's box office numbers are going to drop so drastically that it is going to be dethroned by Terrifier 3. Do we think that this is a possibility to happen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Terrifier is predicted to make like Terrifier is predicted to make about $15 million.
How much?
15 million?
Yeah.
15 million?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
For an indie movie, that's really good. For an indie movie, 15 million.
I thought it'd be more.
Because
like
I actually think it will be more, to be honest.
Yes, because here's the thing. Because Davey, I've heard some reports. They said that a lot of people said that Terrifier 3 is like one of the dopest horror films.
But he's become since the first two, and the word is out, right? That it's macabre, it's crazy. He's a good character. I actually think it will pass 15 million. You know, and it only costs probably about $1 million to make. Yeah, I mean, we don't know, but I've got a feeling this one will definitely crack over 15.
Look, but here's the crazy part: if it gets 15 million or more on its opening night, that means that it basically the last movie on its whole theatrical run made 14 million. So if it cracks 15 million on its opening night, that means that basically it cracked the whole run of the other movie in a weekend. So I mean, this franchise is growing, and this is why I was telling you, Derek. Like, Art the Clown is becoming a pop culture icon. We can't deny the shit. But I will say this: I saw the movie yesterday. The reviews on the channel. Go ahead and check it out. Every kill in this movie tries to outdo itself. Every fucking time. It feels like every kill in the movie is trying to outdo the previous one. And Damian Leone is super fucking creative when it comes to these kills. Like, it's not like your atypical, like, oh, I'm gonna just cut you up with a knife. Like, he comes up with some crazy ideas.
All right, just quickly, according to Deadline, Terrifier 3 is heading towards 18 million at the moment.
What? Wow, that's crazy.
Anyway.
Now, but do we think that Joker 2 is going to jump? Because last weekend internationally, it made about 120 or 150 million dollars. I want to say it's 150 million dollars last week.
Yeah, of course.
Do we think it's going to be that much of a drop off?
No.
Like,
yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
You think it's going to? You're going to be. So you think that Joker, internationally, domestic and internationally combined, is going to make less than $18 million this weekend?
Oh no! Oh, this week, yeah, I think it will. Yeah, the word of mouth is really out there. It's everywhere. and it might get a few million, but I think it's the end. I think they made as much as they can. It'll obviously get money towards the end of the year, and it'll come out streaming, and it'll get more. But at the moment, it's hurt a lot of people. A lot of people are hurt.
Walter says, I'm hearing a lot of chatter about Terrifier 3. It's definitely a lot of chatter, man. There's a crazy kill in there that involves a shower.
We've seen it last night. I wouldn't say there's a few crazy kills.
There's a lot of that. To me, that last kill too was crazy. And then also the mom, and then the one in the bar.
Yeah, I finally joined that group, Davey.
Oh, the Terrifier, the Art the Clown Appreciation Society.
Yeah, I'm in that group now.
The actors and actresses are in that movie. So in that group.
They're in that group. Oh, no,
I wasn't. Apparently, I wasn't good enough to be invited to that. You know.
Well, just I told you about it. There. Just go on in there, man.
No. It's okay now. It's okay now. I'm not hurt at all.
David, pat him on the back.
Me and you seen it last night, and I don't want to give out spoilers, all right? But especially because Justin ain't seen it. But I will say, I actually really enjoyed it. And for anyone's watching this who's going to go and likes horror or gore and all that, I will say I truly believe this could be the best practical effects I've ever seen, especially the first scene, you know. And I won't go into it, but there's a few murders. And you know, when you're watching a horror movie and you see a few murders and you see the head, you can tell certain parts, it ain't real, but it still looks good. It shit looked real. It looked legitimately real. What did you think, David? Did you think like that was the best practical?
To me, the best looking practical prop that they used was the one in the shower scene. That shit looked like real.
I agree. I mean, all of it, but it's just when the starting scene kicked off, and I don't want to say, but there was a few things that happen on other movies, but you can always tell it's a dummy, regardless. Briefly, anyone can tell, but we ignore that. On this, it looked legit. Like it looked legit at the start, and that was set the tone for me. And I agree, the shower, I don't want to talk about, literally all of them looked legit, but the problem was the thing is it looked real, like, and I've never seen, like, everyone goes on about the Thing and the practical effects, which, don't get me wrong, they are, but this is a low budget movie.
David Howard Thornton said he almost threw up.
Facts.
David Howard Thornton said he almost threw up filming that shower scene. That it was that disgusting, even for him.
Really?
And
he said he wanted. He said he wanted to have a. He said he was praying that he would be able to use a stunt double, and it was like, nah, you got to film this scene. And he was like, fuck. And he said he almost threw up.
But you know, the song that was being over in the background as that scene was happening, that was great. That was fantastic. Do you remember the song?
Nah, what was the song?
In the shower scene, there were jingle bells. Art is doing, or something. Art is doing something, and I was like, that was really funny. And there was a scene, and I know it's terrible, but I was actually chuckling pretty bad. He gets on the subway and he puts something on, and he was just sitting there with it on. Do you know what I'm talking about?
That shit was funny. Yeah.
He was sitting in the subway with,
David Howard Thornton.
Like, oh my God.
Art the Clown is such a funny ass character, and it's like he doesn't even have to say shit. Just the things that he does was making me laugh the whole fucking movie. His
because every time they were like, do you know when a couple of guys were getting mad at him, like, and they were throwing him around the place, and he'd go, stuff like that. Yeah. He's like laughing at them, and it was like, he had, as bad as he had me stitches, man.
No, the funniest thing was when that girl said something and he overheard it. And he was like making like little faces and shit.
Oh, and like she would he fuck her or something?
And then he was like, he was.
Yeah,
the funniest one was when she was like, "Oh, I would love to look him in the eye." And then what he did when they met, I thought that was funny. And then he was like, "Boop!" He did the little boop. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Actually, going back to that other thing, when he was saying, "Sounds like you want to fuck him," and he went like that, and then she goes, "No, I don't want to do that," and he went. I was like, it's just little shit like that. I will say one thing, and that the one problem
with
practical effects, and it's a shame, is I felt his Harley Quinn. I won't say anymore, but you know what I'm talking about. His Harley Quinn.
You're giving it away, Derek.
She's in the trailer.
Yeah, she's in the trailer, but she she didn't look so good, but I suppose she's consistent.
Okay, at the end, she didn't look good. I felt like they should have, because she goes through a little change. We're all going through changes. What song is that? Anybody know? Anyway,
Ozzy Osbourne or something, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go, man. The man knows his music.
They be singing again.
I know, right?
I told you this is a musical video.
Listen,
Joker's inspired.
Derek, I'm telling you, Davey should go ahead and drop an album.
Yeah,
Cinema Chop Shop Entertainment.
That's it.
The mixtape.
Yeah, that's it.
Cinema Chop Shop.
Hey, you should do that. Seriously, you should record that. At the end of your video, be like, Cinema Chop Shop.
Davey should stop.
Wow.
But yeah, to say like no, but I actually think that in general, the face of her didn't look that good. It just looked.
I think it was.
Wait a minute. I know you're talking about. It's the same one from the second one, the first one. Her face is all messed up.
It's not actually a big.
Come on.
No, it's not a spoiler.
No.
It looks better at the beginning than it does at the end. What she did at the end was fucking stupid, and like I make a joke about it, and whatever. Anyway, but yeah, if you guys ever see Terrifier, I would definitely go see it. I don't think that Joker's gonna drop all the way down to 18 million. Now, if it's saying that domestically only, like that Terrifier is gonna make more domestically than Joker, then I can see that happening definitely. But I mean, overall, if we're taking in domestic and international pools, because Joker got most of his money from international, it got over $100 million over international alone.
I want to point out though, today is Saturday. And if it's nearly 18 million and it just come out yesterday, do you know what I mean?
So what if it goes up to 25 million?
That's what I'm saying.
What if Terrifier 3 goes up to 25 million?
Bro, somebody was saying that they was like Terrifier could pull in 100 million. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna do.
Dude, if it does, listen, I'm gonna go and say this.
I think they deserve it.
Listen.
Oh yeah,
Davey. When I watched the first one and the second one, I was like, bro. I said, what goes through Davey's mind got me watching this daggone movie? And then I watched it and I was like, I watched the practical kills. I ain't gonna lie. The second one, those kills in the second one, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I almost about threw up.
So just imagine
if I go see the third one, if I go see the third one, and then these kills are even more better than the second one, Davey. Oh man, we might have to have the conversation about this, bro.
They're worse. Hey, quick question: since me and you have seen this movie, which one has the better kills, Violent Nature, or don't just the top kill in Violent Nature and the top kill in Terrifier? Which one looked the best, or which one was better?
I don't know if I can answer that.
That's a good one, right? That's a good ass question.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards what's his name. But this was just like the practical effects on this, was just like, and it didn't end. It just kept going and going and going. And it's like, oh my God. Now that other one was definitely original. Violent Nature, definitely original. But this just like, it looked real. It looked real. It just didn't look like ketchup or all these fake ass shit. It looked real. So I'm not sure. I'd have to really think about that. I really do.
Which is another movie Justin needs to watch.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, it's true. But I will say one last thing. I didn't like the last act of this movie. No, I won't say that. No, I won't. I did like it. I have questions with it. Do you know what I mean?
On Terrifier?
Yeah. The last
it felt rushed.
30 minutes.
It felt rushed.
Yeah, there was something happened and then something else happened. And I was... Oh, why? It wasn't even to do with other. Anyway, I don't want to say without spoilers. It let me down a little bit.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the runtime is about 2 hours and 5 minutes, and if I'm not mistaken,
roughly.
Yeah, and then the original cut is over 2 hours and 30 minutes. So he cut about there's like 25 minutes missing from this cut. So that might be why it's a little jumpy or a little choppy.
Maybe, yeah.
But
maybe. But regardless, I still liked the ending. I was just a few things I was like, and
okay, I'm gonna have to explain that book to you. The book at the end of the movie. There's a reason for that book.
Okay. Well,
so you would have to watch you would have to watch a movie called All Hallows Eve, and All Hallows Eve is a a movie that Damian Leone did before Terrifier, and that's where and that's where Art the Clown's character popped up at. So that movie was created from he had a short movie called The Ninth Circle, and that was Art the Clown was in that, and then basically from there he made All Hallows Eve, and Art the Clown became popular. Then from there he went to make Terrifier the solo movie. So,
well, as I say, like I actually I nominate is it Damien Leone? Yeah, I nominate him. I'll nominate him for an Oscar. That's all I'm saying, because he's
for practical. Great. Good lord, that shit was crazy.
Yeah. But as I said, I really enjoyed this movie. I can't remember the second one is as good as a bit. I can't remember.
I think I enjoyed this one more than the second one, low key. I don't know.
I was really into it. This one, I was really into it. I was enjoying.
Justin feels left out right now.
I feel
Justin's like Justin feels left out. He's like,
damn. You know what? Right, I'm going to end it with that. Yeah. I don't want to give away too much. Yeah, I want to talk about it. So, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, watch it, Justin, and we can have a discussion about it.
Discussion. Proper one. Yeah.
Whenever you get a chance to, just watch it and we'll watch it. But all I gotta say is that shit is crazy. This movie. Look, listen to me. Listen to me when I tell you this, folks. Listen closely. Terrifier 3, the motto should be anybody can get it. Because literally in that movie, anybody can get it.
Yeah, no. There was a few things I thought, he ain't going there. Oh shit, he goes there.
We went there, yeah.
Nobody's safe in this. Nobody's safe.
This movie is ballsy as fuck.
And there's some people like he's that. What's the name? The girl. What's the girl's name?
The real girl,
he's side chick. He's
Victoria.
Sidekick, you could say.
Victoria.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when she gets turned on, that's all I got to say by that. Yeah, I'm not saying anymore for fuck's sake. But yeah.
All right. Anyway,
all right. Okay.
All right. We're gonna ruin this for this man. All right. So look, I'm gonna wait about 3 more minutes. If you guys have any questions in the chat, go ahead and hit us with it. Ask us anything. It could be about any horror movies. It could be about regular movies. It could be asking us any questions at all. We'll give you guys 3 minutes to go ahead and ramble out them questions, roll them questions out. I see there's like 3 or 4 people in here, so go ahead, ask anything away. If we've seen anything, if we plan on seeing anything. One movie I'm looking forward to is I want to see The Heretic. Derek, thank you for showing me that trailer. I can't wait for that shit to come out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That shit looks good.
I want to see Peter Pan. It's Nightmare.
When does that come out? Next year?
I think so. I don't know. Probably. I think so.
Oh, dude. So they released the trailer. The full trailer for when Terrifier 3 came out. They did the Steamboat Willie, the Screamboat, which is the Mickey Mouse slasher. Oh my god, dude! If that's the costume, that costume's fucking hideous.
Yeah, that's with that.
You saw it?
Pooh. No. I just going by Pooh and stuff like that. I'm like,
this shit. I didn't get to really see him well, but that shit looks atrocious. I was like, what the fuck is that? But anyway, I hope they tighten that up. Miss T says, I want a tamal. Don't trip. I'm probably gonna go get some breakfast right now because I'm starving. She wants a tamale.
No more
flavor. Any more questions? Only question is you asking yourself a question. That guy with the red hat is gorgeous.
Oh, you're just saying that. You're just saying that.
Hey, look, you know who you look like, low key?
Oh yeah, be careful now.
Especially with this red hat. You look like Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
I keep rolling.
Because he has a great beard now. He has a great beard and everything too. You look just
that's not great. It's just the light. The light makes it look great. What's wrong with you? Keep rolling. I told you, Justin, you need to sing us a song now. We've all done one.
I'm good.
He's red now. She's saying you're embarrassed because I told you.
Who said that? Who said
Miss
that?
T.
Miss T. Oh my God! Did you mean Justin's red? Because I'm not red. Rolling.
Nah. Anyway, Davey, one day we'll probably have to do a video about the Blackula remake because I'm looking forward to that. I like Blackula.
He said Corey Feldman will open for him.
Oh God! Have you heard that guy singing? Shit, that's
Oh,
fucking.
God.
Oh, stop it! It's embarrassing, man. It's terrible.
Nah,
And he's dancing.
but
Just kidding.
It's
Just kidding.
JK.
It's okay.
Okay,
But David, we been talking. No, but anyway, Derek, let me ask you a question. Derek, let me ask you a question. Who you think could play Blackula in a remake?
You.
No,
No,
I'm serious. Like, me and David had a discussion about this.
Denzel Washington.
Nah, he's too old.
Listen,
all y'all motherfuckers in here gonna give me some blood.
Listen, Blackula is about 100 years old, yeah.
But he's supposed to look young.
But here's the thing, like,
I said Michael B. Jordan. I said, what's old boy that plays Kane the Conqueror? What's his name?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors or John Boyega. I think those three will be.
Yeah.
I think those will be three good picks.
Listen, I go with Chris Rock.
Hell,
Chris Rock?
Chris Rock, that's it.
Y'all motherfuckers.
Listen, have you seen his performance on Spiral? Yeah, that's all I got to say.
All y'all motherfuckers in here owe me some blood.
I said, we're going to blow this town up.
Dave Chappelle can play Dracula.
What? Heck no. Stop, bro.
Eddie Murphy.
Heck no.
Yeah.
What?
I wouldn't be able to say. It's been
Eddie Murphy played a vampire. He played vampire in Brooklyn.
Terry
Crews?
Right,
yeah.
Miss T says Terry Crews. He gonna be like, give me your blood, bitch.
With some whistles in his mouth and the glow sticks. Yeah.
Give it. That's gonna be funny.
Will Smith.
He gonna do that stupid ass. When Will Smith cries, he looks like a bloodhound.
He'll also do the soundtrack. We're good. He'll do the soundtrack as well. So it's all good. So any more questions before we go? Because I have a video to do with his other half, which is the D version of the D&J. I got to do a video with him, although you should be doing it with him. But he said that he wants me to do it because I'm more entertaining and better than you, sort of thing. So how am I going to say no to that?
You got to find a way to remix the Lil Wayne song "Go DJ," "Go DJ," because that's my DJ. Go D. That'll be hard. You got to figure out a way to remix that.
Yeah. Go D and J.
I mean, if you could find somebody that sounds like little "Go D and J," because that's my DJ.
No. It would be just as good. When he goes go and then you go put in the and. You stop the song. Go
D and J because that's my DJ.
Go D. Stop the song and J. Yeah.
What?
Because that's my D and J. That'll be
movie reactions and reviews. Yeah, for everyone who's watching, he's D and J movie reviews. He does loads of movies and trailers, but he does a lot of reactions too.
Trying to do a lot of stuff for horror.
If you're not already on Davey Cinema Chop Shop, does a lot of reviews. He can be quite boring, so especially with his intro that goes on for about 20 fucking minutes. Yeah,
don't be jealous because you don't have a fucking intro with people actually saying your channel name because nobody loves you.
I made your intro.
Look here, you motherless child. Shut up.
Do you know what you can do with that intro? When that intro starts, you can actually go out and get a takeout and come back, eat it, and that shit's still going.
Hey man, that's
you
the
can go and have a shower and walk the dogs and tidy the house.
Listen,
that shit's still going.
All I hear is hate, you jealous motherfucker.
Oh, what can I say? For all those who are out there who likes a good old intro, check out his video and his channel. That's all I got to say. Anyway, thanks for asking me to join. Well, actually, I didn't know I was joining this video until I watched one of his videos yesterday, and I'm like, oh, am I doing a video? Do you know what I mean? Remember? Because Derek me and Davey.
What did you say about my intro, homie?
I said it was.
We don't care. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about you. Stop bringing that whack ass shit up, dog.
Right. Look. You see, he's gone to make something to eat. He thought you were putting on your actual intro. But yeah, I'm going to put some of those clips on here. Was crazy. I'm going to put some of these clips on here and fucking hit you back with it. And he thought you were putting on your intro, so he's gone for a walk, or a sleep. Justin, are you gone?
I think he went to go open the door. All right, look. Anyway, so look, guys, that's the live. make sure you guys go to his channel, even though he ain't there.
Wait. Let's check out Justin's decor.
Okay, let's see. I like them little metal chairs. Look,
What's
it's very
that orange thing in the back?
I think it's a blanket. I think it's a blanket of a Tennessee team.
Look at them. Look at the design of them chairs. It's really nice.
Hey, they look
I
fancy.
like his lamp. That's a nice lamp, and the color goes well with the lamp and the curtains.
I give it a B plus.
No. Do you see the wall there next to the lampshade? I think a picture of me would go really well there. Just saying.
Big and blown up, right? You know, like looking like the
obviously
looking like the what the hell is the dude? What's the hell is the YMCA dudes called? What's their name? The something man. What are they called?
Someone in the live chat tell us what's YMCA. Oh Jesus!
YMCA. The native men. What are they called?
It's on my tongue as well. YMCA.
Village people.
The
village.
There you go.
The village people.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
I get my hard hat and the moustache sort of thing. Yeah. All right, Justin. Thanks for saying goodbye without saying goodbye. And thanks for everyone who watched.
It's funny because Walter actually came in and was like, "Oh, it was the village people." He came in clutch. Look at that, village people. But anyway, Miss T said you guys need a Tony Todd intro because y'all fuckers are hating.
Hold on.
He's back. It's all good.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Wife and came. They came back.
Did you think his intro was on or something, and nobody would notice you'd gone off and come back?
So what?
Also, by the way, when you rewatch this video, if you rewatch it, we spent about 5 minutes talking about what you have in the background and how your house looks.
Your home decor.
Yeah, we spoke about the whole decor.
We reviewed it. We reviewed it. We gave it a grade and everything.
We did a reaction to it. Yeah. while you were gone, we did a reaction to what you got in your house and what you needed to make it better. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Oh, look at him. Look at all that orange.
I know.
Yeah, that's my baby.
Oh, what does his shirt say?
It says "Mommy's Little Monster."
Oh, that's.
I thought it said Movie Mash.
Oh.
You wish it said Movie Mash.
I thought you had a Movie Mash T-shirt for him. I'm gonna send it over.
Oh, look at him! So happy to see his pops. But I'm gonna we're gonna go ahead and end the video so you can go because I know you got daddy duties. But make sure you subscribe to D&J Movie Reviews and look at that beautiful baby boy right there. Look at that, and he looking at the camera at perfect timing. He already got the timing down packed. Yeah. And then go ahead and go to Movie Mash and then Movie Mash on YouTube, on Facebook, and then also the third reel on YouTube. And then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And then we'll try to do this again. But even Little Man is saying adios, y'all. So see y'all next time.
All right.